Good morning, guys, and welcome to another Blowdown Extreme Fishing episode. So, I'm here again, joined by Johan. My name is Jan Blom, Johan Barnett from Extreme Fishing, and every Monday morning we sit and we talk about what happened the previous week, and we talk about what fish to expect for the next upcoming week, and then we've also got some kind of a tackle talk. So, looking at last week, Johan, I saw that there was a couple of very, very nice sized cobbies that came out.
Deep sea.
Yeah, deep sea, in the deep sea. So I think that was gourits. If I look at the fish, that's those summer fish, not those smaller winter fish. So if I look at that fish, it looks like those gourits, 10-12 kilogram, nice size fish that came out there in the gourits. So it looks like the summer fish are starting to arrive a little bit earlier this year. Then also the guys from MMM Cape Town, they are still hammering the gullies.
Yeah.
So basically last week was still galjoen. Didn't you have any white steenbras or cob from the surf?
No.
Estuaries, there was a couple of guys out on Knysna. Only blue stingrays, diamonds, and then they had the league, the LTV, the light tackle boat guys had their league, and there was only 4 smooth hound sharks that came out between 38 anglers from 6 o'clock in the morning till I think it was 3 that there was lines up. So also estuaries dead quiet, so there's not a lot happening from there, but like I said, the deep sea looks like there's a couple of fish coming out. And then looking at this week, the weather,
Lovely weather.
finally we can report that it's going to be a good week for fishing, guys. So if I look at the weather for today, definitely a day that you can go and target some galjoen. And then tomorrow also galjoen, surfs a little bit bigger, 2.4 to 3 meters. And then on Wednesday you can start targeting your steenies, looking at a 0.9 to 1.4 on the surf. Thursday as well, and on Friday I might be taking the boat out on Friday because you're looking at a surf of 0.6 to 0.9.
Okay.
Obviously it is going to neap this weekend. Spring tide was last weekend, so going into neap tide, so it makes it a little bit, I prefer fishing the spring tides.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know usually the fish are on better bites then.
Yes, especially in the estuaries as well. The water just goes up that little bit higher onto the banks, and the fish just tend to feed a little bit more on that high tides when they're going onto the banks. The rock and surf fishing, better neap tide, better spring tide. Is it was one of those discussions?
Yeah.
It's one of those difficult discussions.
Yeah.
Some will say spring tide is better.
Yeah.
Some will say neap tide is
And it's always a fight on which one is which. So.
well, on the spring tide, at least you can get fresh bait. You can get to those red baits. You can get octopus when the pools are open. So it's a little bit better for bait collection, definitely.
Yes.
On spring tide, you can get more bait. The sand crabs also, if you want to get sand crabs on the low tide, it's easier to get to the spots where they are. So that makes a little bit of a difference. And then those shallow banks that the fish never can get on in the surf. Because on the water is just that little bit higher, so they tend to come in a little bit more. Okay, guys, and then big news. We went to the trade show, the tackle, the
SAFTAD.
What does that stand for? South African Tackle Association.
No, it's going to be something South African Federation Tackle Accommodation. I'm not sure.
Okay, but that is where all the suppliers that, and you guys I've talked a lot about Iron River and Sensation, and you've got Kingfisher, but they don't do just one brand. There's a company, and then they've got a couple of brands under them.
It's like one massive tackle store under one roof.
The guys,
it's one of everything.
It was unbelievable to see the amount of tackle there. I mean, Extreme Fishing does stock a lot of stuff, but it's impossible. If you look at what they've got, it is impossible to stock everything. And
what would you say? 95%?
I must say it's got a little bit of everything in here.
The only thing we don't do is camo clothing.
There was one guy that showed me he wanted to ask you to sell camo clothing, but we said unfortunately camo clothing doesn't do so well in coastal areas where they're fishing. I can understand when you're trying to hide when you are fishing for carp and you want to hide from the fish there close to the dam. Maybe a little bit of camo can work.
We have a few friends that we can actually sell that camo clothing. They never tell where they catch the fish. They always hide away.
You're gonna stand out when you're fishing off the surf with that camo. You're gonna stand out on the rocks. Everybody will be able to see you. So yes, I'm going to show you a couple of clips. I had the privilege of the guys from Iron River. Dexter from Iron River, he showed me around all the new stuff from Penn and Berkeley, and then Colin from Sensation showed me around. There's some pretty exciting new stuff that they are also bringing up soon, and Johan was already put in his order for all of this new and exciting stuff here at Extreme Fishing. And then I also spoke to the Andre from Rapala. So he also took me around there to show what Rapala has. And yeah, it's just amazing. So I'm gonna run those clips for you. Good morning, guys, and I am here at the trade show. So welcome to another episode. We are at the Sensation stall, and it is massive. As you can see, you've got every rod and reel that you can imagine here. So I'm gonna be joining Colin. Colin is one of the reps, but the Sensation really does stock a wide variety of stuff. Just look at this. This is all just Sensation, just stuff that they're showcasing. They've got power baits. There's so many stuff, but I'm going to find Colin quickly, and then Colin's going to run us through a couple of new things that they have got in store for this tackle shops for this summer season coming up. So yeah, the trade show is actually all the suppliers right from across South Africa come together, and then they showcase everything to the fishing shops. So I'm here with Extreme Fishing, Johan from Extreme Fishing, and Colin, thank you for joining us. Colin, what have you got in store for us for the season? What's new? What's happening from the Sensation side?
So exciting! We've got some new rods that fit into the lower to mid-end rod. We're going to show you the Rockaway now, and I'm also going to show you a new Tesoro that's coming in as a new size that's going to join us, which is going to fit the rock and surf guys nicely. So let me show you this.
Okay, so this is the Rockaway from Okuma.
This is the Rockaway.
Okay. Yes, and something that I really like about Okuma is it's pretty rods. It's really nice looking rods. But Colin, run us through the technical details of these rods.
Okay, so the first thing is the Torre carbon that's in here. So obviously it's a high quality carbon. It's 30 tons of Torre. It's also got this OPP wrap on it, and if you own a surf rod, you know it's going to get a bit of a ding on at the craw or on the rocks itself. The OPP wrap just protects your blank a bit better. Also K-type Fuji guides on here, and these things are not in the price bracket that what you think they are. You know, going to the shops, you go check when they come into the country. There's actually a lot of value for money into one rod here. So it comes in just below the Euphoria as a model, and I think it's going to fit in nicely into our market. But the exciting part of this is the reel
lengths that they come in, Colin?
Length, they're going to be in the 12, 13, 14, 6, and there's a 15-foot model with different weights and selections on there. But it's fitted, so bionic fingers are on, everything is ready to go. So I think that's going to be a nice addition to our season this year, and we're quite excited to see them. We've also got one other thing I would like to show you. For the guys that love doing their boating and the river and the jig fishing, there's a rod called the Air Power coming. It's not in the country as yet, same as the Rockaway, it's still on its way. This rod has been tested to do some heavy deadlifts just on the blank. So this blank actually moves from the back right through. And I've seen the videos. We haven't tested it ourselves on it, but we've seen the videos from factories and so on that they actually did a 50-kilo deadlift with this rod.
Unbelievable.
So if you're throwing a 200-gram jig, or you're throwing a 60-gram jig or whatever, you've got enough rod and tip action on this thing with a backbone to burn. So the new Air Power is going to be something special coming our way, and we can't wait for this rod to come in.
Price range on those, Colin?
Price range, we're going to be, I would say, to the mid-range for jigging rods. So retail, I would reckon somewhere around 1.8, that sort of thing. bit.
Yeah, the retail is
side-
dependent
side
on
about this
the
one.
retail is depending on each.
Yeah, every shop
shop will have a different retail. So obviously they can't say how much a shop will cost, but it should be around about reason of
Yeah, between 1.8 and 2 is
1,
where
8
the rod's
and
going to
2.
sit.
Okay.
Okay, then Tesoro we all know. Tesoro reels, we're very excited about the range. Obviously it's got IPX7 water ratings on it, so it's nice and sealed for the rock and surf guys. But we've never had the small one, so there's a new 6000 model coming out. Shortly it will be in the country. So that 6000 model for your 12, 13 foot scratching rod or whatever is going to be perfect for that.
Okay guys, so that's from Okuma side, from Sensation side. That's it. Thank you, Colin, for having us here, and it's been an amazing experience. So yeah,
Thanks for having me.
okay guys, now I am here at the Rapala stall, and Rapala is a highly recommended brand. They've been around the international, so you know exactly what you're going to get when you buy a Rapala. You know exactly what you're going to get. They've been around for many years, and I'm here with Andre. So we'll leave Andre alone. Let me talk to Andre first. So I'm here with Andre from Rapala, and he's going to run us through a couple of the new things, exciting things that they are doing now.
Okay, let's go. So for the Mozambican guys that follow him, and there is an exciting new lure out. It's a new one from Rapala. It's we call it the Sarda. It's a high-speed trolling lure. It's 7 ounces for the guys that know their weights, especially for. It's a 7-ounce lure. You can pull it at 14 knots. For Rapala, it's quite a big deal. So they say it's the most durable lure, the most hardy lure that we've ever created at Rapala. Brand new in South Africa, and it's already got the end lines welded split rings. So this is the guy for the big fish up in Mozambique and for fast trolling, and also the Cape Town market for the yellowfin tuna.
Yeah, and then you've also got, normally you have all your X-Wraps, and these guys come in different depths, different sizes. You all know the Rapala X-Wrap. Tried, proven, tested. Can't go wrong when you're buying a Rapala X-Wrap.
So let's quickly go and show you guys the next exciting ones. Now when I was in Mossel Bay, the new jerkbait. These jerkbaits are usually an issue in saltwater, is you struggling to throw at a specific distance. I'm just going to grab one that you can see through. To struggle to get a jerkbait in for the shad to get it that specific distance. As you can see there, the ball bearings at the bottom. It's long cast technology from Rapala. So when you're casting, they're right at the bottom. But once you start using the jerkbait, they all slide forward, then they slide forward, and then they rattle. And this is absolutely deadly for the shad. When the guys are throwing spoons, they're going through the water column very fast, and it doesn't give that fish a chance. When you're using a jerkbait, it just stops for that instance, and it helps for the guys. It actually annoys the elf or the shad, depending on what province you're in. It annoys them so much that they jump on this very fast. So the new Mavericks, they've got salted for the salt water. They've got the correct hooks, very sharp and very prickly. So yeah, look out for that one. Okay, then we're going to take you guys over to the rest of the new stuff.
Oh, and this is something that I've been talking about a lot, and this is something that I really want to get into. And on the previous episode, me and Johan also mentioned the crucities. So yeah, this is something really exciting, the soft plastics for me.
So for us and for you guys there in the Eastern Cape, this is the imposter, and there's actually a joke about it. But yeah, let's quickly open them up. The imposter is absolutely amazing. What makes this great is this is not just a one lure fish lure. As you can see there, this imposter, this one is called the Yabby. Looks like that little mud prawns, but check that out.
Holy moly.
So this lasts exceptionally long. This is value for money. And
jeez,
I wish Smell-O-Vision was available.
Let's do smell there. Can you smell it?
So yeah, this is, and if you look at the colors, most of the local guys knows for grunter, spotted grunter, this is the guy you're gonna go for.
Yeah, when I was here yesterday, I actually saw that that mimics the pink prawn, and you
Yes.
know when you're doing pink prawn, you know that they've always got that pink and orange little line in them.
Yes.
And then they also have the one that mimics the mud prawn. So
Mud
you've
prawn.
got these ones that mimic the mud prawns, those
And
ones
the dog
also a little bit
prawns, yes.
the mud prawns. So they're really targeting that natural bait look, and on that stretch, geez, that is amazing to see that stretch. They've got the paddle tails in that. They've got the jerks. So yeah, they've got the whole range of everything that you need.
Do you want to show you on our heavy hitter? your normal paddle tails that you're going to use for obviously targeting the cob. Then they're getting a lot of shad and alf on it. Then usually when you use a plastic, it's all buttoned up. While with this technology, it lasts so long. Mark Pout's one of our pro staff, 22 alf on one paddle tail.
Sure.
What makes this one special and different of all the rest, it's salted at the bottom. So it's only salted at the bottom, so the belly falls faster, and it turns naturally up way faster than the rest. Scented yet again, Smell-O-Vision. But yeah, absolutely beautiful. Also available. And then from the Crush City, we're going to go over to the Williamson. Let's take you over that way. Okay. Then we've got something special for you guys. We call it the Thunder Jig. It's already got the blade at the bottom to bring extra additional flash. Flash helps a lot. If you're a spoon guy, it's already got the inline hook on already, so the hook sets better. The treble hooks, usually you don't get lots of penetration, so we put the inline on already. And then you've got the flash and this spoon with a shape. It's absolutely deadly. This is called the Thunder Jig, brand new to South Africa. Also from Williamson, the whole Williamson range, the packaging changed. So yes, it's something new. It's a totally new look. From there, obviously, we've got all the jigs that you're looking for, from the burst pentos, all those jigs that Williamson was known about. We just changed some of the coloring and obviously some of the packaging. So they're absolutely spectacular. As you can see, for the guys that strays by, we didn't forget about you guys. And look at that color. Obviously, it's got the glow. So yeah. And then for the guys doing the slow pitch jigging, I'm going to ask somebody to come and say camera and hold the camera, because I need to pull him around a little bit and show you guys something impressive. Williamson went way out with some of their slow pitch jigging rods, so we're going to get somebody to take the camera. So we're going to, you guys know he likes to catch sharks and hold on to the rod, and he doesn't complain at all. So we want him to hold on. There's a spinning in it, so we want him to hold on.
It's got a break.
Come on. So this is something new from us at Rapala. This is a slow pitch jigging rod. We are the best price in the market.
That is impressive. That is impressive. I was holding on like you would hold on to a bronzy with that thing, and it did not even crack or nothing.
Yeah, now available in South Africa. This is the slow pitch jigging
That's
range.
also the Williamson.
Then, value for money, we beat everybody on the market. So
What are you looking at retail on those ones?
depending obviously which store you purchase that, looking
Range?
at 1.4.
Okay.
Yeah, 1.4.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, depending which store, but round about there. Yeah.
Okay. No, that's not bad.
Yeah, obviously this is the 200. So this is the baby that we were pulling around.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's the baby. Then you have the 300, got the blue one, and then the 400 in the purple. So yeah, so that's all exciting. So for the guys that don't know, obviously Rapala doesn't only do the lures, we do VMC as well. Obviously the tools, Suffix is our other brand, Williamson is our other brand. Then we do 13 fishing for the bass guys. Then we do double X obviously for the guys. And then we do Centro, strongest swivels in the world, Blue Fox and MEP. So yeah, that's basically it from our side.
Thank you so much, Andre. There's a ton of information and exciting stuff coming from Rapala's side. Okay guys, so now I'm here at Penn. Also been around for many years. Penn, very good quality. They are actually from Iron River. That's the main company, and they do also a couple of different brands. They've got the Berkeley range, Abu Garcia, and I've got Dexter here with me. He's the main man in charge from Penn, from Iron River, and he's going to take us a little bit through what we can expect from them. A couple of their new products that's on the market.
So yeah, thank you so much for coming through. It's lucky to
always
see you
lucky
as
to see you,
always.
yeah.
So a little earlier, you know, we got involved when you did your awesome trip down to Mozambique.
It was a big trip, yes.
With Batis, and that's when we started chatting.
Yes.
And you know, you got your hands on a Berkeley Emotions spinning
Emotions,
rod,
yes.
the 9-foot. I have got some more rods in that range, which I do want to show you.
Yes.
So from the spinning, we're going to we're going to look at the drop shot rods. You know, so your 11-foot for your paddle tails.
That's
and
the
that
one I was also using, and I've
You
been
had that
using
one?
that one when we were catching bonnies and stuff. When we're doing it off the rocks, the bonnies and stuff. Amazing rod. I must say, I really enjoy that Emotion 11
But
foot.
so now extending that range, we've got a surf range available as well. So we've got some slim lines and we've got your heavier grinder rods as well. I know we were chatting on the phone, so I think it was 2-3 days ago. You gave me a call. You said, no, some guys won the Emotion rods in the Kalun Derby that was held down in George recently, and there were a couple of questions. I said, no, if you're at the show, I'm going to show you what they're about. So
let's see what the
follow
Emotion
me and
surf
I'll show
rods
you
is.
what they're about. Alright, so kicking off in the range of Emotions, we've got a wide variety of rods. So just a quick run through on the models. So we've got a 7-foot, they start in a 7-foot medium action spinning. So you've got a 7-foot medium, 7-foot medium heavy, and a 7-foot heavy. Ideal for your light applications, whether you're doing some top water fishing in the estuaries, heavier drop shotting in the estuaries, then you'll look at your medium heavy. Your heavy action is going to be great for your tiger fish, or if you're throwing some slightly bigger bucktails for your garrick, that's going to come into play. Then we've got 2 9-foots, a 9-foot medium heavy and a 9-foot heavy, yet again for those bucktails in the estuaries and that, looking for the slightly longer rod to get the distance. Also, if you're fishing off the boat, much as the blowdown crew did at Mozambique, catching those incredible fish, they were using the 9-foot.
Yes.
But then what we are very excited about and what's creating a bit of a stir at the moment is our Emotion surf range of rods. So you can see here I've got the Slimline series. So we've got 3 models in the Slimline series. So it starts at a 12-foot 2 to 4 ounce, a 13-foot 6 2 to 4 ounce, and a 14-foot 6 2 to 4 ounce. The 14-foot is going to be slightly bit stiffer compared to your 12 and your 13-6 because it is a slightly longer rod. So we've just stiffened it up a little bit, so it's got a little bit more pulling power that you're going to obviously use when you're fishing like really gnarly conditions, when you're fishing seriously rocky areas for Galjoen or Cracker, and you don't want to go for your heavy outfits, then you can obviously go down to that. You can see we call them the Slimline series because of the grips. You can see how thin that grip is. It's a shrink tube EVA direct onto the blank. Very sensitive, very light in hand, takes the fatigue out of fishing. And that's what you want when you're doing scratching. You're making a lot of casts. You need that sensitivity for when the fish are being finicky. I mean, we all know that a Galjoen, as aggressive as they can be very, very finicky, and they scallums when it comes to their biting. But a unique feature on all of our Emotion rods is going to be the bionic finger mechanism. So in the past, you know, there's always discussions where to mount your bionic finger. Some guys want it on the right hand side, some on the left hand side, some must be at a 40 degrees, some must be at a 90 degrees. And then if it is at a 90 degrees, once you cast, it's in the way when you're fishing. So we came up with this great mechanism that allows you to position your bionic finger wherever you want. So all you got to do is you loosen that up a little bit, you can position it, tighten it up, and then it stays there. If you keep it, if you're an angler that likes to move the bionic finger around quite a bit, you just loosen it up. That allows you to move it out the way. If your bionic finger breaks, you can just easily screw that off, put a new one on, and you're good to go. No need to go to rod builders and constantly pay to have the bionic finger bound on and all of that. So it's a solution that suits every single fisherman. So that we're quite proud about. And then
no, that's super cool. I must say that's a super cool feature. And what I enjoy about this rod, you can't really even see that there's a grip on it. But if you feel it, it is really, really comfortable. It's really comfortable. So that's slippery. No, that's actually amazing on the rod.
Yeah. So when it gets wet, you still got that good grip and nice and light in hand.
And these go all the way up to 6-8 ounce. What's your for the heavy shark anglers that wants to use the Berkeley?
Yes. So then moving into the heavier range, we've got 3 15-foot models that are available. So you've got a 15-foot, which is a 3 to 5 ounce. So your nice light applications. Then you've got a 15-foot 5 to 7 ounce, and then a 15-foot 6 to 8 ounce. So we've got something that's going to cater for all your styles of fishing. Whether you are fishing those back banks for steenbras, you need your 15-foot 3 to 5 ounce. But obviously, we're not using heavy tackle for steenbras, but as soon as you start fishing for your bigger edibles such as cracker, that sort of stuff, you know, you can move up to your 5 to 7, and then on the sharks and your seriously big cracker, that sort of stuff, we've got your 6 to 8 ounce. So a rod to cater for all techniques, and then a very nice feature what we've done on our 15 foots. So when you do buy into a range, because we cater for all the different techniques and the scenarios, it's very difficult to grab a rod and know which rod is which, especially when they're hanging in the garage. So we have color coded the rod, so you can see here, this one's marked as green, which is for your medium heavy outfit. Your heavy outfit is denoted with blue, and then your extra heavy is going to have the red. So just when you do buy into the range of rods, and you know your mate calls you and says, hey, the fish are running, grab your heavy rod quick. As soon as you run into the garage, you know you need to grab your red rod and off you go to the beach. There's nothing worse than knowing the bronzies are running, you grab a rod, you get to the beach and you realize it's your 3 to 5 ounce. There's just no chance that you're gonna use that for your bronzies. So very cool feature on the Emotions. All the rods equipped with Fuji K series anti-tangle guards, so top quality components. They are designed off of a 30-ton high modulus carbon graphite, so very good quality graphite. So what you're spending on the rod is what you're going to get from the components, and that's what we need when you're looking at a rod at this caliber.
Okay. Yes, excellent. There's a lot of information there. Amazing. Any exciting stuff happening on reels and stuff? New reels that you're bringing into the market?
So new reels for this year, we've got the Penn Fierce 4. We're
Okay.
on generation 4. That's come out. It's been
Difference from the previous version?
So just a small little tweaks. They've changed the cosmetics and then the bearings. They've changed the bearings to seal bearings.
Okay.
So previously on your Fierce models, always used to be shielded bearings, which just had the little gasket on it. They've now changed those to sealed bearings. So it just helps to stop all the particles and that getting inside your bearings. Just going to allow that reel to run smoother for longer periods of time.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much, Tex, for having us. Okay, guys, and we're going to enter this whole 2 days of running around between all the tackle, what do you call them? What do you call the little stalls here?
It's the wholesalers.
The wholesalers. We're going to
wholesalers,
stop
yeah.
this running around between all the wholesalers now. And we need to get on a plane back to George. And see you guys in the next episode.
Okay guys, so as you can see, there's a lot of new and exciting stuff coming in. Johan already put in his order so that you can have the latest technology and the newest stuff. Johan, when is the stuff coming in?
So some of the stuff we've heard are coming in like in the next week or two. Then later in September, early September, some of the stuff will come in. So yeah, come around, come check out what is arriving. We're not always updated on when exactly, but we do get like a heads up, like you can expect it in the week or so on. So yeah, come look around, come feel the new rods and reels and stuff that's coming in, and there's actually something for everybody.
Yeah, there definitely is, and even I was surprised at the range of rods and reels those guys have, but budget wise.
Yeah.
And I must say, something that really surprised me was the quality of the I would say the entry level stuff that's coming in. Then there's a lot of new stuff that's really good quality at affordable prices for new anglers. Because you don't want to start spending 10,000 rand when you just start fishing. But there's a very big jump in the market now in quality for your entry level stuff.
Yeah.
There was a big shift in that mindset.
Yeah, and it's like they pushed into it, because the best thing for me is when they give you the new rod and they're like, guess how much this thing is.
Yeah.
And you go like, 115 to 2,000. They're like, no, it's going to be under the 1,000.
Yeah,
So,
that's what I'm saying. I was surprised at the quality of the entry level stuff they're bringing in, all the supplies. Johan, we didn't mention that. Is there anything new from Assassin that's coming in?
Oh, there's a bunch of new.
Yeah, that's why I remember when we were at the Assassin store, there's a lot of Assassin stuff that's coming in. Exciting stuff.
Yeah.
New and exciting stuff.
Just to mention a few things. The bulk braid's DNA, we're going to get in 3,000 meter rolls. Hopefully it's going to be a bit cheaper to put on the reel. A bunch of new rods. You can almost take all the rods you know of already, go chuck it in the bin and get ready for the new stuff.
Yeah, there's some exciting. I must say, there's some exciting stuff.
Beautiful.
Yeah. What was that one? The Cop Buster? Was it Cop Buster or something?
Cop Master.
Cop Buster. There's a specific cop rod. That they're bringing out,
Yeah,
and that one.
It's an affordable spinning rod, and what I like about it when I picked it up, it's light on the wrist.
Yeah, it was.
So it's something that you can look at when you want to start your paddle tail fishing. And then there's upgrades on like the Amiya that everybody knows, but the Amiya is still going to be there. They're not going to totally remove it from
New
the range.
Bluefish as well.
New Bluefish, Bluefish 2 XT comes in a wide range now. Like you're going to get 14 foot 4 to 6, 15 foot 5 to 7s, and then there's a lot even in between. I sound unprepared, but there's really too much.
I know. There was
to mention.
You saw in the footage, and if you look at the footage of just like a sensation, it's a it's a storeroom. It's not a tackle shop.
No, it's phenomenal.
It's phenomenal to see all the different rods and all the ranges every single one of those rods has. I was really excited to see that red braid.
Red braid.
The red braid.
Yeah.
I
but
hope
the
we
thing
get
is-
it in bulk. I hope they can bring that in
Yeah.
bulk there, because yes, that would look awesome on a reel.
It's one of the ranges that don't move a lot on the 300, so they're gonna think hard about it.
Yeah.
But even for you, how fun was it to meet most of your owners of these?
That was super
companies.
excited to meet all the different reps. And I mean, these guys, if they start talking about the technology in a reel or in a rod, they really know their stuff. And it was it was really nice to meet the experts in the industry, I would almost say.
Yeah.
And in the tackle industry, to really talk to they will take apart every single rod and every single reel and tell you to the detail why that one is more expensive. And that's something that people don't always understand when they're buying something. There's a reason why the one thing is more expensive than the other one. There's been put in a lot more technology and effort and more expensive parts. So there's a reason why some of the stuff is a little bit more expensive. So yeah, guys, that's it. Come into the tackle shop, come buy your stuff. It is going to be a good week for fishing.
Yes.
You've got a couple of different types of fishing you can do this week, because you can go for gullies, you can go on the beach, you can go for steenies will be good, carp will be good, deep sea fishing is going to be good. So get your bait ready, get your rods and reel ready. Seems like the summer's starting a little bit sooner.
Yes.
See you guys in the next episode.
See you. Bye.